Hey sweet friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a really fun project for you all. I'm actually going to be doing a fun little fall painting project using one of these Dollar Tree little palette paint sets. Now whenever you see these, you're probably thinking what I'm thinking, and that is whenever you're a little kid, you're dipping your paintbrush in the water and painting little coloring pages with these. That is what I think of. But these are perfect for DIYing. These are actually like really good quality, and the paints are really vibrant and beautiful. So I challenged myself to try to make an actual DIY home decor piece using these, and it turned out really cute. So I cannot wait to share that with you guys. I do want to give a huge thank you to Krafts for sponsoring today's video. I love using Krafts and I cannot wait to share more about them with you guys later on this video. But first, hit that thumbs up button, make sure you are subscribed, and let's go ahead and start painting with our fun little Dollar Tree paint set. This is what I'm going to be painting on today. It's funny because I'm usually painting on the back of a sign or something. But I thought it would be fun to actually paint on a canvas this time to make this into a home decor piece, and I cannot wait for you guys to wait till the end and see how that I framed this and display it, because I think it turned out really pretty. So to prep what I'm painting, I needed a perfect circle. I had purchased one of these family signs from Hobby Lobby. They are only like $1. They are on sale all the time, so I tried to look for something that my circle would be slightly larger than, so that I could paint and it wouldn't mess up my word anyway. So you can see that I turned that bowl upside down and traced that. And then I wanted some kind of focal point on this little wreath. I want it to look like the watercolor wreaths that you see on Pinterest and those printables that are so gorgeous. I thought it would be so fun to attempt this. And most of them do have some kind of like eye-catching larger piece in their wreath. So I thought, since it is fall time and this piece is something that can stay out till Thanksgiving, it would be really fun to make a pumpkin the focal point. So I used one of Dollar Tree's little wooden cutouts to trace that at the bottom. I did have to kind of round it out myself and then erase the line that went through the middle of it. And now I am adding in some leaves, and like I say, I'm not a professional. I just love doing this for fun. So I am just tracing out what I feel like leaves look like and putting some little branches in between them. If I would have just started with paint to this canvas, it would have just been such a mess, so I love sketching out everything first. This is the only thing I regret about this painting, is I wish I would have just intertwined the leaves and the little branches throughout the entire wreath rather than making the little leaf section, and then I made two little sections on both sides that were just the branches or little stems poking out, and I just don't love that part. I wish that little piece that I did at the bottom with the leaves and the branches, I wish I would have ran that all the way around. I do want this to look like a watercolor painting, so I thought it would be really fun to try one of these Dollar Tree paint sets. It does come with a crappy little brush. I do not want to use that brush, so I did go and pick out some of my tiniest little brushes. Dollar Tree puts out a 2-pack with that tiniest little one, and I love it so much, but I think the larger ones may have came in the value packs from Walmart, so I'm not using anything fancy here, just what I have. I go ahead and just take out that paintbrush and remove it because I knew that was just going to make a mess. So I do have to get a little bit of water and really kind of saturate the paint at first to get it to come off of there, and then I just start applying it to the canvas. Now I think what made this so pretty was the fact that I tried to just experiment with different colors. I tried to, of course, paint the pumpkin orange, but then I'm going to stack some red on there and even some yellow in the center to make it look like it's three-dimensional and have different shades on it and shadows. But like I say, just don't get overwhelmed. This is something really fun that I think everyone should try. It is just so relaxing, and I want to make a ton more of these. I think making a little Christmas wreath would be so beautiful. So let me know if you want to see that, if you'd be interested in seeing that. But like I said, just painted the pumpkin orange, and then I'm taking the red and kind of going around the edges and the stem, so to give it a little bit more of a shape. It took me a few attempts to get the leaves how I like them. I started off with the green, for leaves, and just completely skipped over that turquoise dark color. But then after the lime green was a little bit too light, I started using some of that deeper greenish blue, and it actually was really, really beautiful. And it really just popped off with that orange. I know that orange and blue are complementary colors, so they really just complement each other and make them pop off. And then I did make a couple of messes, but the good thing about this paint is it does like wipe up really good, and the cleanup's really nice. So I was able just to kind of pat that little spot on my canvas. But I did have to be super careful because I kept putting my hand in that pumpkin and I had to go back and fix it. But I just am experimenting here and trying to fill in those leaves and play around with the different colors to see what that I'm liking. I hope you guys are enjoying this project, but make sure you stay tuned because we are going to be finishing this adorable little watercolor wreath painting that we're doing. Painting to me is so relaxing and calming. I'm not a pro painter, I can't do fine detail, but I can do little fun projects like this. So I love sharing them with you guys and challenging you to kind of be a little bit more creative out of the box and create your own home decor. But without further ado, let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about Care Of. Care Of is your best friend whenever it comes to helping you support your health and get on track to take the right vitamins and supplements for your body and mind. Care Of reached out to me a few weeks ago and I've been hooked ever since. I am just truly amazed by their service. I'll have a link in the description for you, but you can go on their website and take a 5-minute quiz to see which vitamins are best for you. It asks questions about your diets, goals for yourself, and specific health needs personalized to you to help you figure out which vitamins would be beneficial to you. These are the cutest packs personalized with your name and a fun fact or information that is fun to read every day. So I always think that's a fun little detail. And then they come in this really cool dispenser. Each pack is made of compostable film, so it's very eco-friendly. I love how easy and fast it is, from taking the 5-minute quiz to getting them shipped to your door and just making my life a lot easier rather than rummaging through the cabinets and trying to find every vitamin bottle that I need to take that day. So I love how they are pre-packaged and always ready to go. So go take the quiz. I'll have it linked down below to see which vitamins and supplements are recommended for you, and get 50% off of your first order if you use the code KATELYN50. That's all caps, KATELYN50. Like I said, to receive 50% off your first order, and the link will be in the description. So I highly recommend Care Of and love using their services, but let's go ahead and jump back into our DIY. I tried to leave a lot of this in on me just experimenting, like I said, and trying to find the best colors for these leaves. I kind of love how there is just a lot of different paints and colors mixed in there. I did want those little branches or stems to be brown, so I want it to go with this wreath, so I'm trying to incorporate a little bit of brown into the leaves and the entire circle itself. But I actually think that brown brings a lot of definition to it, but you have to see after I get done painting. So I was even skeptical of this painting and I almost trashed it a couple of times. But I tried to keep going, so I want to encourage you to just keep going and finish your project because you might surprise yourself. But I want you to wait until I get it all painted and see what I do that really just makes it pop, and I just went from kind of being iffy about it to loving it. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And then, like I said, that's the only thing I kind of regret is that area where I'm just doing the brown branches, because I am going to be adding some fall colored berries to these, and it did look really cute, but there was just a lot going on right there. So I wish I would have kept the flow of the wreath with the little leaves. Going in, I am finishing up this wreath. I did speed it up for you guys, and I accidentally got a little bit of blue in some of the branches, but it's all good. It worked out really nicely, and I think it actually just gives it more character with the colors kind of being a little bit everywhere. And then for the berries, I took red and a little bit of orange and kind of layered them on top of each other a little bit, but just filling in little circles at the end of each little branch. And this was my big secret that I used, was my Sharpie marker, but going over it and outlining it, like I said, I came really close to thinking that I didn't like it at all, but just adding in the lines and the details that I needed in this just really made the entire piece for me, and I loved it. I love just kind of not going around the leaves perfectly, but kind of outlining them in a way so the paint is kind of on the outside or kind of messy a little bit so it looks intentional. I think that is what is most beautiful about watercolor painting, is that even though it is just gorgeous to the eye, whenever you look really close, everything is not perfect. So this made the leaves for me, going in and adding the little veins on there. I thought that just made it pop and give it more detail and actually look kind of more nicer than just being little blobs or dots around this wreath. So you'll have to let me know in the comments down below how you think that this cute little fall wreath turned out. Just be honest and let me know if it's something that you would be interested in trying for yourself. To keep this kind of same brown that I used in the wreath, I want this to coordinate really nicely. I'm painting my family sign with this, but one coat just made it really light and I didn't like it. So I tried to go over it with a second coat of brown and it still was a little light, so I took some of my black paint, still using this little palette set, and go over that, and I feel like I finally got that darker stained look like that I was going for. Whenever I started this, I thought I was just putting the family sign in there, or the little word in there. I thought it would just be a cute little wreath with the word family in there, one word. But then after I got it painted and I put the family in there, I just felt like it had some empty white space that I wanted to fill. So I am using my Cricut. If you do not have a Cricut, Dollar Tree sells beautiful rub-on. I'm not sure how well they go on canvas, but you also could glue some or Mod Podge down a word that you printed off, or use stickers for this. So definitely there's something for everyone. You do not have to have a Cricut, but I cut out thankful for. I just thought it made it more of like a cute little quote, thankful for family. I did it in this very delicate little curly font, so it's kind of a little bit harder to work with, but I did get it off of the transfer paper and stuck down above the family word. Okay, so I finished the actual painting piece, but now it was time to frame this. I obviously didn't have a frame that was going to fit this exactly, and I wanted something like nicer rather than having just a tiny little frame around the edges. So I thought that I was going to build my own frame around all four sides with these painter's sticks or paint sticks from Walmart, but then I put one at the top and the bottom, and I thought it would be an awesome idea to make like a little scroll, to be like a wooden scroll that had the wood piece at the top and the bottom, and then add a hanger. So that's what I ended up doing. I decided to stain these little painter's sticks so they do look like a darker wood and will still coordinate with my sign. This is in the color Dark Walnut, and I would have skipped on the stain and used my Antique Wax by Waverly, but I just couldn't find it, to be honest, during this video, so I decided to go ahead and use real stain. Because this is one of those thin flat canvases, it didn't have anything for the actual scroll pieces to stick to, so I did have to flip it upside down and attach them both with a large popsicle stick. I did secure this with hot glue and try to cut another piece of a stick off so that it would go all the way across, because I do want this to hold on nice and tight. And then I drill a couple holes at the top and tie in some of this bead garland. I picked this up from Hobby Lobby, but I know that Walmart is putting out some beads for Christmas, so you might want to check there. But I love having these bead garlands on hand. They're already pre-strung and perfect for adding little hangers like this to your signs. But I think that the beads just add a lot of extra detail and make it go with more like rustic farmhouse or rustic fall decor. But this is how it came together and turned out. I think it is beautiful and so much fun. So definitely let me know in the comments if you love this and if it's something that you would want to try. Thank you all so much for coming along and painting with me today. I had so much fun putting this video together. I love fun detailed painting projects. If you want to attempt one of these fun painted wreaths on canvas, be sure to tag me on Instagram so that I can see how yours turned out. A huge thank you again to Care Of for sponsoring today's video. I truly love their service and their home delivery of vitamins that I want to take. I just have a hard time getting them all in one place, so this makes it really easy to use. So I'm so happy they reached out and I get to share these with you all. Be sure to go check that link out down below to get started. And I guess that's all I have for you today. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and make sure you are subscribed. And I'll see you next time. Happy crafting. Bye.